Yeah. Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. We are here on the bus with Rudy Gunn. Rudy, welcome to the show, brother.
Man, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you again, right?
What a crazy week, man. What a crazy week.
Absolutely insane. So you're nominated for a couple of Josies this week. I know you accepted one on behalf of another friend of yours, but you also won one.
We did. We won Expressive Verse Video of the Year, which was for our music video Make Canada Great Again, about the cost of living in Canada. And basically the video shows all the homeless encampments around Canada, following a homeless guy around throughout the scene of what's happening in Canada right now. Cost of living is absolutely crazy, to the point where people are coming to Canada for a better life. They want to live the Canadian or the American dream, so to speak, and they end up either moving back to the country that they came from as a refugee because it's better there than the cost of living in Canada. They end up on the street and they don't know what to do, and it's just, we've got encampments, near my house, 80 tents or more in multiple areas. So
that's crazy. And you're in suburban Toronto. I mean,
I'm like an hour from Toronto right now. I'm back and forth between Ontario and Alberta, but we're based out of Ontario now because the scene there. We've just got so many places that we can play and grow as an artist.
Alberta's a lot like the Midwest U.S. Everything's really, really far in between, and not a lot in between those areas.
Like if you want to go play a show in Alberta, and I used to do it all the time, I'd have to drive often 6-7 hours to get to the next gig. So when you're rolling in the afternoon, you're setting up, doing your sound check, then you play your show, you get done your concert at 1 or 2, now you got to tear down, you get out of there with your crew at like 4 in the morning, and then you got to drive 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours to the next gig to do it all again, and all you're doing is you're living off of junk food and rock stars or energy drinks, and
or Tim Hortons coffee. Shout out to Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons coffee. I brought Bubba a coffee just to get the
and I appreciate it.
The Canadian experience right here on the bus.
Well, after the night I had last night, getting woken up by security to have to move the bus, I appreciate it. We got to spend some night time on the bus after the Josies, though, and I wanted to make sure to mention the memory. We had your guitar player Will on here. You guys played a song sitting right here on this couch, and we got to film that. I thought that was really cool. But we found some pretty cool stuff out about the bus that night while we were tinkering around.
Yeah, Will's like, hey man, this thing says the ultimate horn. What does this button do? And he hits it, and the bus starts blaring on the road again, on the outside of the bus through speakers while we're in a parking lot. But leading up to like meeting you at the Josies, and we're doing a little interview thingy there, and then later at night we're at a bar and we run into you, and we run into your sidekick Boo Boo there, and we're chatting, and you go, yeah, we're on George Jones' old bus. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I said, hey man, like, can we check that out? That'd be kind of cool thing to check out. And you're like, yeah, no problem, follow me. So we start following you out of the parking lot, across the road, into the Gaylord Opryland parking lot, but it's fenced off, it's blocked off, there's nothing there, and it's foggy as hell. Like,
yeah, it was crazy fog Sunday night.
The craziest fog that Tennessee has ever seen, probably in a long time. So we see nothing but a fence that's barricaded off, and we're walking into this parking lot that's just misty. And my guitar player Will goes, man, are these guys gonna murder us? Like, who are these dudes that you found? I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe. So
yeah, nobody said how I won the Content Creator of the Year award. The women love the crazy shit, like murder stories.
You didn't dress as Dexter for Halloween, I hope, man. But dude, so we're walking through this parking lot, and then the bus kind of appears through the fog, and we're like, that's the coolest visual and experience, of life, to see George Jones' bus appear through the fog, like
just emerge through the mist.
Just such an epic
I wish
moment.
I would have had the neons when we came walking up too. It would have been awesome. But
I got
an iconic look.
I do have a video of walking up to the bus, and we'll snip that in. I'll send it over to you as well. But it was cool. And then we got on the bus, and we ended up playing a song on the bus. Will and I, a song that we wrote called "Shoulda Known Better." And we started realizing how many people have sat on this seat. Not just George Jones maybe writing a song and talking to people and all that stuff, but how many people have sat on the seat in the exact position while George Jones is sitting in the chair right there listening, and going, man, let me hear what you got, or what song you got, or hey, can we play a song for you? That happened on this exact couch. Probably a lot of things happen on this couch I don't want to know about. But that's one thing that's cool. And like, maybe some of those guys became legends at one point, and you know, who are they?
Think
What's
back
the
to your
story?
90s country stars at that time. This is a 95 bus, so we kind of know roundabout what time that it made, and he's the only owner of this bus at that time, right? So you think about some of these 90s countries people that were coming up that, you know, jumped at the opportunity to come and spend a few minutes with George on the bus.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're not necessarily doing anything new here. We're just capturing it, and it's us telling our stories now instead of them telling theirs. And I think that's just, it's so cool what we've been able to do here. Shout out to angelcarsusa.org for letting us, bring this down here. This has been a wild experience from top to bottom. Red carpet at the Josie's was insane. You got to step up there on the stage, not once but twice. Granted, it was only once for yourself, but you still got to stand in that circle and deliver a speech. And it just, something we'll never forget.
It was wild, and big congratulations to Ranchmans in Calgary for winning the live music venue of the year as well. You know, all the nominations were all American bars, and that was the only Canadian bar that got nominated. But they've been around 52 years,
right?
As a massive,
a storied history
up
there.
It's basically doubles as a museum. It's massive, this bar, and I used to work for them. So when they found out they were nominated, they messaged me and said, "Hey Rudy, if we win, can you accept this award for us?" And when we won, I was like, man, I'm part of that history, you know. I was part of that bar at one point, so it was really, really cool to be able to accept that for them as well. But first, walking onto the Opry stage for my own award, just walking on that stage, I'm pretty sure I said, holy shh, you know, like to the lady on the stage. And it was wild just walking onto the Opry stage and then standing in a circle, you know, the unbroken circle, and just looking at all those seats, how many thousands or millions of people have sat in those seats, and how many legends have stood on that stage, on that exact circle, both at
ground,
both at the Ryman and at the Grand Ole Opry. You know, it's just, it was incredible to stand there. I got that look, I think, that everybody's talking about, and I was just trying not to shit my pants, really, man. That's what it all came down to.
No, and talk about how carrying that energy now and carrying this momentum into the rest of, you know, not just 2025, but into 26, and having this now Josie Music Award winner title with you, what that's going to mean for your career now moving forward.
I think it's definitely like some leverage. You know, we launched our own publishing company for music that I'm writing with my co-writers as a catalog and showcase to other artists if they want to listen to it, but just to be able to put on there like, hey, award-winning writer, because I wrote that song as well. It was just not just a music video. I wrote the song, and Will played every instrument on that song except for drums, which Rick Carrero played the drums on it. A big shout out to Rick as well for making that come alive. And yeah, man, it was.
And just, how cool for Will to be here with you.
It was wild,
dude.
To
be there for the whole, you know, the whole experience, and to get to see, you know, his song and the music video, you know, win, and being able to take that back. And Will's a little more soft-spoken guy than you are, right?
Well,
so I don't know if he'll necessarily be going around telling everybody about it, but it's got to be a cool, even though you're not up there, you know, giving the speech and accepting the award, it's got to be a really cool feeling to be part of it.
He was definitely part of it, and I appreciate him coming down. He actually flew in to be here with me for the award show, and he's driving back with me today. But man, this guy's on the road with me all the time. One of my best friends, just an awesome dude, and I'm so happy that he's part of my team. And you know, we got a great team of writers, a great band. You know, big shout out to all the guys in the band as well, and that are on the road with me every night and hashing it out. And man, what a wild experience, just from the Opry, walking on the stage, to walking through the mist to a George Jones bus and not getting murdered. And then, where do we end up after, dude?
Waffle House.
We end up.
Where else would you end up in Tennessee after the gig?
There's nothing open in the middle of the night except for a friggin' Waffle House. And so we're sitting there, and I've seen things on the internet about Waffle House. I've never been to a Waffle House. The American, what is it? The American breakfast, the American dream, whatever they call it. The American experience, for sure. The lady behind the counter, one of the waitresses started yelling, "Hey, we're down to one roll of toilet paper. So if y'all gotta go to the shitter, you gotta go to the men's shitter, because we're down to one roll of toilet paper. Y'all gotta share." And I was like, is this like a skid? Like, is this part of, like, you know, Chuck E. Cheese? They got the dancing mouse. Is this the thing they do at Waffle House? Like, what is this? And she's like, I'm not joking. And I got the second part of it on video. The first part, we're dying laughing. The waffles, like, covered in, I don't know what it was covered in, some kind of syrup. No, it was...
Probably imported from Canada. Well, let's see.
Give me a
Tariffs
waffle.
being what they are. We probably get our syrup made here in America.
Give me a waffle on a dirty plate, baby. Let's go.
No, and honestly, if we didn't record it all, nobody would believe us. Nobody would believe this story. I mean, you know, I sound like an insane person, right? When I'm like, yeah, I drove from South Dakota to Wisconsin to get on George Jones's old tour bus to go work the red carpet at the Grand Ole Opry and to meet all of these artists and to talk with them and interview them on the bus and to capture these moments and to end up at Waffle House with them and run out of shit tickets.
What a thrill that would be, though, man.
You wouldn't. It was pretty. I slept most of the way, to be honest. I mean, I had driven 10 hours from South Dakota, unloaded my stuff into the bus, and got on the bus, and we had a professional driver drive the bus down for us. So I jumped in the back and crashed out. Woke up when he stopped to pee, and just kept moving, man. Just kept moving. So we had like a 24-hour journey to get down here to land on the... I mean, I've pretty much been on the Opry, you know, Opryland property here this entire time, and I've gotten away and gone and checked out Broadway. I mean, I saw Broadway on Halloween night of all nights, right, to kind of walk down and to capture that moment. If I didn't have all the video, you would not believe me.
No, it was crazy. I was dressed up as the cow from Chick-fil-A with the sign that said...
I saw you!
Eat more chicken. You saw me?
I probably got you on tape, man.
Oh, man.
I couldn't even stop. It was so much data to take in, just as like as a human being, that it was like, no, I can't even do this. And I wasn't necessarily trying to hang out in the bars. I was there to work. I was there to capture the moment and see as much as I could. And you know, after doing a lap, like I had to go take a lap around Bridgestone just to like, whoa. That was a lot of energy in a short amount of time. I've been traveling all day. We landed here at 6 a.m. on Friday morning, right? So it's like I needed a minute to get away from the hustle and bustle, and then came back and shoot some more. But yeah, incredible energy in Nashville this weekend. And they said it was kind of a slow weekend. I think a few weeks ago they told me when Postie's open and Post Malone was down here, they had 80,000 people on the streets.
That is crazy. I was at Postie's last night, and man, the sound system in there was incredible.
Yeah, just sounded good. I stopped in
the
yesterday
LED
afternoon.
wall. The LED wall in there in the back of the stage goes to the top of the ceiling. Like that must be like a $3-4 million LED wall just on the stage, and just
Postie's got the money. It's all good.
Man, it's as an entertainer, I'm like, I want that, man. Like, get me one of these stages. That'd be cool.
Yeah, let me on this one for sure, at the very least, right?
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully you can use that win at the Josies and the fact that you've been on the Grand Ole Opry stage now and you're familiar with this. You're an award-winning songwriter. You know, you're an award-winning music video producer as well, because I think that's what I would call you. Yeah. Maybe you weren't behind the camera. I don't know if you were or not, but
I shot every shot. I edited every shot.
Incredible, man.
Everything.
Incredible. Yeah, well, I forget you're an AV guy, so you would.
I wanted to make sure the vision that I had in my mind was getting through on tape, and the only way that I could get that out of my head onto tape was by filming and editing that myself exactly the way I envisioned it.
Incredible.
And you can find it on YouTube. Make Canada Great Again. This is a music video.
Yeah.
And it's not a political thing, left, right. It's literally the cost of living is just so insane.
Right.
To the point that North American dream is kind of disappeared. You know?
Yeah, well, and it's been a long time coming that it's kind of been on that track, and now we're all acutely aware of it, right? And but more people could be more aware of it, that it's not just tough for you at home, it's tough for everybody right now. And the only way that we're going to pull ourselves out of it is together. Exactly. And I think that's really what your music video and what your song's all about, is that, like, hey, we have to do this. Nobody's coming to save us and do this for us. Here's the problems right out in front of your face.
Yeah.
How are we going to fix it now? And that's really the time in our lives that we're coming to, and the time in our country, man. We got to save both of our countries. The United States and Canada should be a lot closer than we are now. I know, politics being what it is, and the political head figures in both of our countries being what they are, that it's the people, it's me and you that are bringing it back together, and people like us.
We're the ones that are going to make the difference in the sense that we're in control of our own lives. It doesn't matter who is in charge of where, who's in charge of what country. No government's ever going to take care of you, whether they're on the left, whether they're on the right. Nobody's going to take care of you. The only one that could take care of you and your family is you. So you got to go out there every day and do the best that you can and make it happen, because it's up to you, man. Like people say, if it's not up to me, it's, you know, if it is to be, it's up to me. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, but it is. Like, you're the one that's going to make the difference for your family's future. Nobody else is going to take care of you.
No doubt.
So
no doubt, man.
Take control, man.
Rudy, what's coming up next for you? I mean, I'm sure you're playing every weekend and out there on the shows. You got some new music coming. I know you're doing a lot of writing, and we're doing a little writing while you were down here as well. I know you didn't get quite as many as you wanted to.
No, but we got lots of time when we get back.
Quality over quantity, maybe, is what the theme was.
I wanted to write, 15 songs while down here, but we just got so busy networking and meeting people and ending up at Waffle Houses and on tour buses and meeting guys in parking lots that were foggy. I don't know who I'm talking about here, but we got so busy that we did write a song yesterday with Wiley Seiler, David Sullivan, and Will wrote a song with them, and we might pitch that to somebody like Gary Allen. Very, very cool tune. But when I get back, I've got 50 some songs to write now.
Yeah.
That we're gonna work on and produce the tracks for and get those pitch demos ready. And
get that catalog stacked up.
Whether
man.
I record a couple of them or whether we get other artists to record them, that's cool. We got Nashville North Publishing to put that entire catalog on there, so
incredible.
People can check that out too.
Awesome, man. Website for your band and everything too?
RudyGunn.com.
Gunn is with 2 N's.
RUDYGUNN. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Straight shooter.
Well, thanks for everything. We made some memories this weekend, brother. I appreciate you being part of the scene and for being here on the bus again and sharing this moment with us, all right? It's nothing. For me to just sit on the bus by myself doesn't really mean a whole lot to me or anyone else. So it's sharing it with guys like you that appreciate the history that this bus has and appreciate the iconic nature of what we're doing in our own lives. And
right.
I think no one embodies that more than you, Rudy. So y'all get home safe to Canada today. Everyone watching at home, that's Rudy Gunn. He is an award winner here at the Josie Music Awards this year. Great guy too. We got to hang out quite a bit. So appreciate y'all tapping in with us now, and keep tuning in. More coming from On the Bus and the Scene projects real soon.